Hello and welcome everybody, this is Sachin Singh and we are back with yet another exciting episode of Finest Pictures. And as you can see today I am here in Pocket Films office and we have got this opportunity to meet Mr. Samir Modi. So without wasting any time, let's talk to him. Hello sir, welcome to my show. Thank you for giving your time.
Welcome. Thanks.
Let's start with talking about yourself. Where do you come from? How did you start at Pocket Films?
So I'm a third generation entrepreneur. We had a different manufacturing business earlier on, but since 2005 we moved on to the media space. And I launched a website called One Take Media with two other partners.
Okay.
2010 onwards I've gone independent and we rebranded the company to pocketfilms.in.
Okay.
And since then we are into the distribution of short films, documentaries and indie films on the internet and mobile primarily.
So can you tell us briefly how does Pocket Film works?
So as I said, Pocket Films is the leading aggregator and distributor of short films in the country. We are the #1 partners for YouTube in India for short films. We also organize a number of short film contests, most of them in partnership with international film festivals. So the whole idea and the intent about Pocket Films is that we are here for independent filmmakers to give expression and be able to show their content across multiple platforms, generating visibility for their content and as well as generating revenue for them.
So are you guys restricting yourself till aggregators only, or are you guys getting into producing content as well?
After establishing ourselves primarily as distributors, we continue to do distribution, but we have started taking baby steps towards production.
Okay.
So we have till now produced and released 2 short films. First one was Absent by Devashish Mukhija,
Okay.
and the second one is Girl in Red, directed by Saurabh Verma.
And recently that Girl in Red have got 1 million views.
Yes, as it would be just today, we released the film on the 13th of December,
Okay.
and in 3 days the film has crossed a million views on YouTube. So and now we've co-produced a web series where the production shoot has completed, and now after post we tentatively hope to release it by mid-Jan or late Jan.
So when you say we are #1 partners with YouTube, right? So on what basis you're saying we are #1 partners? Is it basis on views? Is it basis on the type of content that you are producing?
Actually, when we say #1 partners, we are #1 partners specifically for short films.
For short films.
In the short film space, we are #1 on the basis of, in the short film segment, on the basis of the number of videos, the number of views, and the number of subscribers that we have on our channel.
Only short films, or you guys are getting into other short format content as well, like comedy sketches or other things like music videos? So what is the future of Pocket Films basically?
So our primary focus is always short films. But yes, we have content which is short documentaries or even comedy videos. We have separate channels for kids content. We have a separate channel for old TV shows like Dekh Bhai Dekh and Idhar Udhar and stuff, which also we distribute.
Okay.
But our main flagship channel is Pocket Films, which is focused primarily on short films.
Okay. So you basically have more channels as well.
Yes. So we have a network of channels on YouTube.
Okay.
So as I was telling you, one channel is dedicated to TV shows, one channel is dedicated to kids content. That's got the Little Kids channel. Then we have a channel for devotional content, one channel for some educational videos. But as I said, I want to kind of always, our focus and aim is always short films.
So, sir, you come from a media background, right? You have this much of experience. Can you tell us some basic aspects before launching a YouTube channel? What are the basic things we should look at before launching a YouTube channel?
See, today launching a YouTube channel is very easy.
Yeah.
It's no rocket science in that. The key thing that to maintain any channel or the build viewership on a channel is to be honest with your content, be consistent with your content, and be active.
Be active. Yeah.
Yes, you can't, and we do get quite a few people who come up to us and tell us that upload to hum bhi kar lenge. So you know, uploading is the beginning of the journey, it's not the end of the journey. Most people feel that but YouTube पे upload कर दिया तो then magic will happen and we'll start getting views. It's not that. Like any film which needs to be promoted or consistently, you have put it out there, create awareness, create visibility, create traction. So is required when you do it even on YouTube. And that is primarily
and
the reason
how
why
important it is to be active on social media, other social media platforms as well, YouTube.
it's very important because at the end of the day, it's a digitally connected world.
Okay.
So unless you're not connected across various platforms and reaching out to your subscribers, your audiences, your fans, and creating awareness that about every new piece of content that you are releasing, you're not going to get the kind of traction. One-off exceptions are different, but you have to build that community to really start getting that. And that is one of the reasons why so many short filmmakers are distributing their content through us. Because one needs to really build that following, profile, subscribers, visibility, which we've spent years in building that. Secondly, as a creator, there is only a certain amount of time that you can give and dedicate to one film.
Exactly.
Post that, you start looking at other projects, other work. And that is not the entire thing. But for us, when we get a film, our objective is and purpose is only to create visibility. So we are continuously monitoring our entire content library, seeing what is working, what is not working, what is trending, how can we push which content, this good content, why is it not moving ahead. So ever so regularly we keep on looking into our content and working on it. So there is a continuous dedicated effort which goes on creating a viewership on any particular video.
So, as you said, you were One Tech Media and then you converted your brand into Pocket Films. How did this idea came to your mind that I will launch a platform which will be aggregator of short films only?
So in my earlier avatar, when we were working as onetechmedia.com, which we are the leaders in placements within the film and media industry.
Okay.
And
When
heading
you say
that
placements?
jobs.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are providing jobs within the film and television industry, creative jobs, production jobs, marketing, etc., etc. And heading that vertical, I used to interact with a number of potential candidates. And one thing which we observed, which was very unique and common amongst all of them, was I would say like 90% of the people in their resumes said that I have either directed a short film, acted in a short film, worked in a short film, edited a short film. There's some connection with short film.
Yeah.
And my common question to them was that, fine, but what about that film? What are you doing about it now? And none of them really had an idea because they were just working and they made this short film or associated with this short film just to kind of polish their hands and or create a story.
Okay.
And our belief was that if there is so much talent which is creating such a thing, we need to provide them a platform. And that was a time when YouTube was also launching in India. So we kind of saw an opportunity, and we are amongst the first few partners for YouTube in India when they were launching in India in around 2009-10. And we became partners and we started distributing short form content.
When somebody hears about Pocket Films, the basic question comes into mind is how do I approach Pocket Films? So one question is that how do I approach Pocket Films if I have a short film? And second question is on what aspects you look at when you're taking a short film before releasing on your platform?
So see, reaching out to us is very, very easy. We are available on all social media platforms, our email IDs, everything is accessible. Our website is complete where we enable the entire process online. So if you want to submit a film, you can completely go online, read the terms and conditions, register yourself, fill in the film details, upload the film, sign the online agreement. Everything is done online and the film comes to us. So the process of reaching out to us is very easy. Now once we receive a film, we have a content team which looks into each piece of content. There are a certain few things which we definitely check. One, primarily is the documentation of every film, where we want to ensure that the right person who owns the rights to the film is submitting the film and not anybody else.
Okay.
The second thing we check primarily is for copyrights.
Copyrights.
So we do not accept films which are violating any copyright, be it audio or video. One of the most common.
Everything should be original.
Yeah, original or you should have rights to it.
Okay, or you should have, right?
Yeah, because the most common misconception that people have is that I have just used 5 seconds or 7 seconds or 10 seconds of a clip. So वो चलता है. Now that is completely baseless. Chori is chori. You cannot take it.
Okay.
Either you have permission to it, or you don't take it. You create original. There is no other way to do it. So of course we don't consider that we are the entire repertoire of all copyrights in the world, so we can match everything. But what is clearly visible available to us, we match that, and we ask the filmmakers to either remove that, replace that, and if they are not willing to do it, then we don't go ahead with the distribution of such films. So that is the primary criteria.
Very strict rules are there.
It needs to be there, because if you are violating a copyright, you cannot go out there and monetize that video. You are
Exactly.
opening yourself to further litigation and strikes on YouTube. And as a partner with YouTube, we want to ensure that we are not uploading any content which is violating any or infringing upon any copyright.
Yeah, exactly.
So on a best effort basis, we do our verifications and checks. Then even when sometimes we upload a film which we have missed out and we get a message from YouTube that this is a copyright content, we immediately have to remove the video.
Okay. So that is there.
So that is that. Once those filters are clear, then we have our team looks into the film itself.
Okay.
In terms of what is it content, what is the storytelling, is the production value, decency. We're not here to expect film-like quality out of every short film.
So
But
production quality is very important.
content is very important,
Content and
number one.
production quality.
And the production quality is important because see, technology has advanced so much and things have become easy and cheap. So today I don't believe that short films have that excuse that sir हम लोग ने short film बनाई हमारे पास budget नहीं था, because you don't need crazy budgets to shoot on a good DSLR camera, and editing is possible with the best of softwares available
Freely.
freely. So there is no excuse for mediocrity. You can, but again, having said that, we also keep in mind that we want to give more and more filmmakers an opportunity to express themselves. So we're trying to strike a balance between the content, the production quality, the freshness of a creator, their first attempt in many cases, and see how we can strike a balance, because we also need to keep in mind the viewers. The viewers now have come to expect a certain kind of a quality. So we need to, manage at multiple levels. So earlier we had a very mild filter. Now, but we are getting more and more strict with the kind of content that we do.
Okay. So everything should be polished enough to come
See,
and
not necessarily, as I said, we don't want to make everything glitzy. But, it cannot be a shoddy job.
exactly. Exactly.
You have to put in that effort to create something which is good.